Your joints are sending you urgent messages every single day. But you're probably ignoring the 3 critical warning signs that could prevent permanent damage and disability. What most people dismiss as normal aging or minor aches are actually desperate cries for help from joints that are breaking down faster than they can repair themselves. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these 3 warning signs are, why they're so dangerous to ignore, and most importantly, what you can do right now to save your joints before it's too late. The first warning sign that people consistently ignore is morning stiffness. That lasts longer than 30 minutes. If you wake up feeling like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, needing time to oil your joints before you can move normally, this isn't just aging. It's inflammation destroying your cartilage while you sleep. Here's what's really happening inside your joints during those stiff mornings. When you sleep, your body reduces the production of synovial fluid, which is the lubricating liquid that keeps your joints moving smoothly. In healthy joints, this fluid production returns to normal within 15 to 30 minutes of waking up and moving around. But when morning stiffness lasts longer than 30 minutes, it means your joints are inflamed and struggling to produce adequate lubrication. This chronic inflammation is literally eating away at your cartilage, the smooth tissue that cushions your bones and allows pain-free movement. The longer you ignore this warning sign, the more cartilage you lose permanently. Unlike other tissues in your body, cartilage has very little blood supply, which means it can't easily repair itself once it's damaged. Every morning you wake up stiff for more than 30 minutes. You're losing cartilage that will never grow back. This prolonged morning stiffness is often the first sign of osteoarthritis, the most common form of joint disease that affects millions of people worldwide. But here's what most people don't know. Osteoarthritis isn't just wear and tear from aging. It's an active inflammatory disease that can be slowed down or even stopped if you catch it early enough. The second warning sign people ignore is joint pain that changes with the weather. If your knees ache before a storm or your hands hurt when the barometric pressure drops, you're not imagining things, and it's not just a quirky coincidence. This weather sensitivity is a clear indicator that your joints are already damaged and inflamed. Weather sensitivity happens because changes in barometric pressure affect the synovial fluid in your joints. When atmospheric pressure drops before a storm, the tissues around your joints expand slightly. If your joints are already inflamed and tight, this small expansion creates additional pressure and pain. Healthy joints don't react to weather changes because they have adequate space and proper fluid balance. When your joints become weather predictors, it means the inflammation has already caused tissue swelling and reduced the normal space around your joint structures. This weather sensitivity often appears years before other obvious symptoms of arthritis. Many people notice their joints hurt before rainstorms for 5 to 10 years, before they're officially diagnosed with arthritis. By paying attention to this early warning sign, you can take action to protect your joints before permanent damage occurs. The third and most dangerous warning sign is clicking, popping, or grinding sounds in your joints, especially when these sounds are accompanied by pain. While occasional joint popping without pain is usually harmless, Persistent sounds with discomfort indicate serious cartilage breakdown. The grinding sound, called crepitus, happens when the smooth cartilage surfaces in your joints become rough and irregular. Instead of gliding smoothly over each other, the damaged cartilage creates friction and noise. This is your joints literally grinding themselves apart with every movement. Clicking sounds often indicate problems with the cartilage or the small disc-like structures in some joints. In your knees, clicking might mean the meniscus, the C-shaped cartilage that acts as a shock absorber, is torn or worn down. What makes this warning sign so dangerous is that many people think joint sounds are normal and ignore them until the pain becomes unbearable. By the time grinding sounds develop, significant cartilage damage has already occurred. The earlier you address these sounds, the more of your natural joint function you can preserve. Now that you know the 3 warning signs, let's discuss what you can do to save your joints. The most important thing to understand is that joint health isn't just about what happens inside the joint. It's about your entire body's inflammatory state and nutritional status. First, address systemic inflammation through your diet. Foods high in sugar, refined carbohydrates, and processed oils fuel the inflammatory fire that's destroying your joints. On the other hand, anti-inflammatory foods like fatty fish, leafy greens, berries, and turmeric can help calm joint inflammation naturally. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil or algae supplements are particularly important for joint health. These healthy fats help reduce the production of inflammatory compounds that break down cartilage. Studies show that people who consume adequate omega-3 south have slower rates of cartilage loss and less joint pain. Weight management is crucial for joint preservation, especially for your knees and hips. Every pound of excess body weight puts for additional pounds of pressure on your knees. With each step, losing even 10 pounds can significantly reduce joint stress and slow down cartilage breakdown. Gentle, regular movement is essential for joint health. Your joints need movement to stay lubricated and nourished. The synovial fluid that feeds your cartilage only circulates when you move your joints through their full range of motion. Sitting still all day starves your joints of the nutrients they need to stay healthy. Swimming, walking, and gentle yoga are excellent low-impact exercises that promote joint health without excessive stress. Avoid high-impact activities like running on concrete. If your joints are already showing warning signs, proper hydration is often overlooked but critical for joint health. Your cartilage is about 70% water, and adequate hydration is necessary for maintaining the cushioning properties of this tissue. Dehydration makes cartilage stiffer and more prone to damage. Certain supplements can provide additional support for joint health. Glucosamine and chondroitin are building blocks of cartilage that may help slow cartilage breakdown. However, these supplements work best when started early, before significant damage has occurred. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common and directly affects bone and joint health. Many people over 50 have inadequate vitamin D levels, which can accelerate joint degeneration and increase inflammation. Having your vitamin D blood level tested and supplementing if needed is important for joint preservation. Quality sleep is crucial because your joints repair themselves primarily during deep sleep. Poor sleep increases inflammation throughout your body and reduces your joints' ability to heal from daily wear and tear. Stress management also plays a role in joint health. Chronic stress elevates cortisol and other inflammatory hormones that can accelerate joint damage. Finding healthy ways to manage stress through meditation, deep breathing, or other relaxation techniques can help protect your joints. The most important thing to remember is that joint damage is often irreversible, but it's also largely preventable. The earlier you recognize these warning signs and take action, the more likely you are to maintain healthy, pain-free joints throughout your life. Don't wait until you can barely walk or can't open a jar before paying attention to your joint health. Those 3 warning signs, prolonged morning stiffness, weather sensitivity, and painful joint sounds, are your body's way of asking for help before permanent damage occurs. If you're experiencing any of these warning signs, don't ignore them. Talk to your healthcare provider about your joint symptoms and consider working with a physical therapist or other specialists who can help you develop a joint preservation plan. Your joints have to last your entire lifetime. By recognizing these early warning signs and taking appropriate action, you can maintain mobility, independence, and quality of life as you age. Have you noticed any of these 3 warning signs in your own joints? Share your experience in the comments below. And if this information helps you recognize important signals your body is sending, hit that like button to help others learn to protect their joint health before it's too late.